Well, needless to say, it has been a strange week. Hello again, everybody, as we continue with the 2015 high school football season in District 16 5A. The John Tyler Lions continue to win. They have sole possession of first place in the district, but again, Mother Nature has made it very interesting for Coach Rickland Holmes and the Lions, who beat Corsicana 36-14 on Monday night in Corsicana, and then turn around Saturday afternoon at 1:30 at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium and play the Jacksonville Indians. Yeah, talk about that. How weird a week has it been for Coach Holmes and the Cujo Lions?
I think it's been more of a weirder week for the fans and the coaches than it really has the players, because they've pretty much been staying on schedule. They still had a Monday school day. We just got them out a little bit earlier so we can make our trip to Corsicana. And then getting ready to play on a Saturday, it's just like getting ready for our first playoff game that could possibly be on a Saturday. So,
well, and but just kind of review what went on. You guys loaded up the bus last Friday and drove to Corsicana in the rain. Showed up. Well, you just take it from there. What happened?
Showed up. Well, first of all, as we go in there, we noticing that the water level is pretty high.
Yeah.
And
on Highway 31.
You know, and then I'm calling my AD and I'm calling Corsicana's head coach, and I'm asking him, you know, hey, is there any way that, you know, y'all could give us a judgment call before we actually get there, because we wasn't far out of Tyler then. And, you know, they was like, no, you know, everything is fine, this, and that. So we get deeper and deeper into Corsicana, and we noticing, hey, the water level is pretty high. So, you know, I got the kids off the bus, and I told them to go in the locker room and sit down, and coaches came out and they asked me, you know, hey, coach, what do you want us to do? And I said, well, right now just tell everybody to sit easy, and let me go out here and walk on the field and then go meet with Coach Hoff, and let's have a little conference about this, because by seeing the way the road condition was going in and the constant rain that was steady coming in, we made that decision to try to come back the next day.
Yeah, and you made the decision pretty quick on Friday, didn't you?
We made the decision pretty quick on Friday to try to come back the next day and play on that Saturday, because we knew if we would have started this game on Friday or tried to wait it out on Friday, we possibly could have got stuck in Corsicana.
Yeah, because it's my understanding that the trip home Friday night, you did not come back down Highway 31.
No,
you didn't come home like you traveled there. How'd you get home?
We went down 287 and went through Cayuga.
Okay.
That's my first time ever going through Cayuga.
Oh, yeah, okay. Been there, done that. Crossed the Trinity River, the bridge, right there by Richland Chambers, I guess.
Yes.
Right, yeah, been
and
there.
it was high.
Yeah, I bet it was. So you made it home. Did you get home in the usual time, or did it take longer to get home than usual?
We got home at a decent time. You know, it took us a little bit longer than normal to travel, but we got home at a decent time. Kids got to get in, get some rest, and we had a time already set for us to come in on Saturday to get ready for the game that we had scheduled. But we made a decision early enough that Saturday morning, after checking the weather, that we was just going to postpone it till Monday. And a good thing we done it on Monday, because the weather was great. Yeah,
it was great, and you played well enough to win. You played at 6 o'clock on Monday night at Tiger Stadium in Corsicana. Heck, it was Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football all over again, and now we're playing College Game Day.
That's right. How'd you play? You beat them 36-14. How'd you play?
Well, with everything that was going on, I think the kids responded well. I think they went out there, they played hard, they done their assignments the way they need to do their assignments. And as you can see, they've done it well enough for us to come out with a victory. We still had a little slow start to begin the game, but they picked it up and they turned everything around.
And so you come back home Monday night, and give me the idea, because you're playing on a Saturday now. That's still one day less than you would have had normally, really 2 days, right? You go from Monday to Saturday to play a football game. So you don't have a very long week. So what's the routine been like this week prepping for Jacksonville?
Well, for us, it's actually a normal week as far as practice goes, because we normally get 3 hard days in, and then we have a walkthrough day. Okay. And then we play the next day.
But you didn't work them on Tuesday, did you?
We did. We had practice Tuesday. We just came in a little bit later than normal. Instead of 6 a.m. practice, we came in at 7:30. Okay. Got all our individual practice in like normal. And then on Wednesday, so basically we moved all the practices back. Okay. Tuesday was a Monday practice. Wednesday was a Tuesday practice, and so on, and we'll have our walkthrough day on Friday. And then play on Saturday afternoon. Again, you play college football at Oklahoma State, and these playoff games, again, like you just said, a lot of them are on Saturday anyway. So this kind of, in some ways, this might help. Yeah. Because you never know, from week to week,
you're changing up
Sites
your schedule.
change, schedules change, times change.
Right.
You know, it just really all depends on the availability of stadiums during that time.
So you got to be resilient. No, you're 5-0, Rick. I mean, bottom line is, after all of this hoopla and upheaval, you're in the driver's seat. Corsicana was 3-1. They were in a position to maybe tie for the district lead.
Very solid football team.
Pretty good football team. So here you are sitting at 5-0. How does that feel?
5-0 feels good. It feels way better than 3-0 it was at the beginning of the season.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like I said, the kids are turning around. They're starting to understand the way to do things, the way to play the game. And like I tell people at the beginning, you know, football players win football games, not just talent. And they're starting to become football players.
And so we'll see some of those guys here with our video coming up in just a moment of the Corsicana game. But who played well for you Monday night?
The defense overall played outstanding. Mm-hmm. I think they've done a great job for well over the majority of the game. Our offense, you know, Bryson took over. Damian Miller made some big plays for us. Dontavian Gross, as always, is doing a great job for us at the slot receiver. And then on special team, I think we made some plays that created some plays for us as far as defense and offense go with the special teams.
And I guess the lesson to be learned is that, you know, we all tend to at times jump to conclusions early, you know, too quickly about things. Mm-hmm. You lose those first 3 ball games and people
season
are going,
don't look very good.
Oh my goodness, season doesn't look very good, you know. How did your did you sense at any point in the season that your guys had lost confidence early on?
No. This team is a growing team. It's a young team. They're going to make mistakes. Just good thing that they made all those mistakes earlier during the season, where it counts, but it doesn't count. Right. You know, it doesn't have the weight that it has right now with us being 5-0 versus 0-3 in the preseason.
That 0-3 seems like a lifetime ago right now, doesn't it?
Oh, to me, it went away before we played White House.
Well, you've won all 5, and coming up this week, Jacksonville, next week, Nacogdoches, and the district schedule will continue with a road game next week at NAC. But this week, it's Jacksonville, 1:30, Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. 36-14 was the final on Monday night against Corsicana. Why don't we roll the tape and take a look at some of the video of that ball game at Tiger Stadium. And here you are, Coach. You're on defense, right?
Huh? With us having to
and you can see the field. There's a lot. There's still, it's kind of messy out there, right?
Well, their field need to be readjusted anyway. And that's something that Coach Hoffman said, that at the end of their last home game, they're actually going to redo their turf and do some renovation at the stadium.
So who makes the play here?
Right here, a collective group with Trey Allison, and I believe Chandra Williams helped out on this one.
Yeah. Well, they stoned, and they had a running back. A young man had rushed for over 300 yards in their win over White House.
He's pretty solid football player too.
All right. Back on offense now.
This right here is going to be a great play right here by Bryson. You know, hey, I think the offensive line done a great job buying him time to keep his eyes downfield, but, you know, they practice also to try to stop us, and they secondary done a good job covering up our kids. So.
One thing that impressed me here, though, he waited till the last minute to run. Yeah. He was looking downfield the whole time trying to find a receiver, right?
And instead of having to do this. As you can see right here, they done a great job covering up our kids, but you got to have an answer for the guy that got the ball in his hand.
And he steps out of bounds, live to fight another day, good field position. Okay. But you didn't score on that drive.
No, we didn't score on that drive. We stalled out in the middle of the field, so had a couple of good plays in that drive, but not enough to get some points on the board. Good job, good solid hit right here by Trey Allison on that one. He's emerging as a real linebacker.
Yeah, that young man is going to be, he already is pretty good, but by the time he's done here, whether he plays running back, linebacker, or both, he's going to be pretty good.
He's going to be pretty good.
Yeah. All right, you blocked this? Is that right?
It's going to be a great job on the special teams side.
Oh, gosh. Got a piece of the ball.
Got a piece of it. Mm-hmm. Got a piece of it. That's a good job.
Who did the block? Who got the block? You know?
I want to say, let's see, go back.
Wasn't Pierre, was it?
No, because Bryson was on the outside. Looked like Kennedy.
Okay.
Looked like Kennedy.
But just enough to keep that thing from going through, and here you are back on offense, and you got a drive working here.
Good solid run right here by James Allen. Line doing a great job sealing off guys, creating a little crease for him to get in there, and James using his ability to get some positive yards out of this deal.
James has kind of become the running back, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's emerged as the guy right now.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of started out as running back by committee, but I think James has separated himself and made himself the everyday down.
And the sack.
Yeah, this is Pierre on this play right here.
Yep. Pierre's the middle guy.
Yeah, to
left
the left.
tackle. Yeah, to the left.
Yeah.
Bang.
He basically came in untouched. I think they may have called a wrong block,
But he's also quick enough. If you make a mistake on him,
yeah, he's gonna hit it before
hit
you
it.
can make that correction.
Right. So good job by the Cujo defense here. Here you are on
It's gonna be a
offense.
design run for Bryson.
By the way, just remind folks that you got the white jerseys on. Of course, Canada's blue. They're
All
blue
blue.
too. So
Yeah, they're all blue team.
they're in all blue. And this is Bryson again, a
the
wide-angle
wide
view
view.
of it.
Good job getting all the yards he can get before he get out of bounds without taking a lick.
Of course, you could be back in Corsicana for a playoff game. It's a very popular place to play playoff games.
It is. This is a great play right here by Bryson to Damien. Damien made the catch, took steps. The DB actually knocked the ball out of his hands.
Well, they argued this call, but
Yeah.
watch it again here. He has the catch.
He has
then
possession
kind
of
of
the
dribble
ball.
the ball, right?
He has possession of the ball. But when he dribbled the ball, it's because the DB knocked it out right there. So it was like a strip, but then he just picked it back up. So, it was a legit touchdown.
Well, again, the Corsicana coaches went crazy on this play,
Yeah.
but the officials ruled that, it was a catch, fumble, recovered, touchdown.
So we had instant replay, it would have stuck.
It was stuck. All right, here you are back on defense. They try a jet sweep. Who sealed the edge out there? The young man who just sealed the edge, number 33. Is
That's
that Dave?
Dwayne Jones.
Dwayne Jones, the sophomore.
Sophomore.
Okay.
Doing a great
And that's
job.
what he did his job. He didn't make the tackle, but didn't he just do his job there?
He done
That's an
his job
example.
to make it cut back upfield.
Right.
And then Greg Guerrero ended up making the tackle.
Right. Which is, again, that's something that, coaches see, maybe fans don't,
Yeah.
that he did there. All right.
It's going to be an interception right here by Kieran Freeman. We call him Buster. Buster is turned into a pretty good corner for us, man. And he's a junior, so that's a great highlight to have.
Yeah, ball hawk and young man here.
Great
watch.
job jamming the guy up, rerouting him, and then finding the ball.
Now they're kicking off here, and so I'm guessing we're going to have a kickoff return of sorts here.
Yeah,
right?
this is going to be a return, I believe, by Damien.
That short pop-up.
No,
kick.
it's going to be by Kadarian Johnson. Call him Duke. It's a great job by him. He also plays corner for us. Great heads-up play by him. Some kids probably would have fair caught this and not advanced it, but he felt like he had enough room. It was a safe enough catch. Made a guy miss here. Then he had a couple good blocks out of it too. So
You tell him if there's any doubt, though, to make a fair catch, right?
yes, any doubt. If you don't feel, and you have everybody has a comfort zone.
Right. Nice play here.
Yeah, little pop play, fake the zone, and pop it out. I think you threw that to Damien right there. Hit him right there in the hole. That's a good job.
And not the easiest pass in the world to make, too. You're
No.
kind of on the run. You stop off real quick, and then you do that. Here's the jet sweep again.
Yeah, with old Dun.
Duntavian Gross will be playing his final home game at the stadium on Saturday, along with some of his other senior buddies. Made a good decision to cut it in quicker than he normally would have,
normally
right?
would have. But that has to do with the vision that he has when he runs the ball.
This is James again, right?
Yeah. Good hard run. Inside the tackles. You like to see stuff like that every
Yeah,
once
he
in a
hits the
while.
hole quick, right?
Yeah.
There's no left. There's no east-west, all north-south, right?
All north-south.
Yeah. James has had a good run for you this season. All right, here you are, the 26.
Design run for Bryson.
That's a design, not a read? Okay.
He taking off on that one. He's a slippery little guy. That's a wide view of it.
We're still in the first half.
A lot of people don't like running to the short side of the field because they feel like they need room to work. But you know, when you got your linemen doing what they need to do to seal off people, it creates lanes. And if you can create a lane on the short side of the field, that's an advantage. Good hard run right here by Trey Allison. I almost thought he got into the end zone, but as you can see on the video, he didn't make it yet. So instant replay would overturn that.
Now this is going to set up Pierre's touchdown run, right?
Yes.
I think. Lip of the cup, I formation. This is just old
Right
style
there.
football here, isn't it?
That's it. Bang it in.
I mean, double tight end, power I form. I mean, just straight eye. That's
Yeah. 2 tight ends, 1 receiver, 2 backs. Let's go.
Alan Wilson would be proud, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
All right, so Pierre Leonard with a touchdown run of 1 yard. See the defense again. Quarterback's
Great
trying
job right here. Shundrick Williams got to make that first initial play on the ball, but then he ended up getting the fumble. So everybody fitting and being where they need to be.
See some more D.
Got this phone back. I think that's Greg that picked up this one. Greg Guerrero.
He's another sophomore.
Plays defensive end for us. Great kid. Works hard.
Looked like the quarterback made the wrong read there too.
Yeah. I really don't think he wanted to pull it, but he probably should have gave it. That kind of messed it up a little bit.
Here's Salazar.
Yep. Putting his foot in it. Through the upright, giving us a 3-point.
That happened early in the fourth quarter, that 35-yard field goal, 35-yard field goal.
He's
Like
getting better and stronger.
Second
That's what
play,
you
I
wanna
guess,
have.
fourth quarter. This is all designed too,
Yep,
right?
design sweet play for him to use his speed.
Yeah, and it works. 31 yards, touchdown. Check that, 41 yards.
Great job at the edge by Braylon and James Allen, making those key blocks right there. That's a great job.
That was midway through the fourth quarter, and that put some distance. Gave you a 2-touchdown lead, sort of opened up a little breathing room there. And then here's Gross.
Great run right here by Gross, making that guy miss and
this
getting
sealed the
into
deal.
the end zone.
Again, that run, that bubble screen sealed the deal for Duntavian Gross. And the Lions win it 36-14 over Corsicana at Tiger Stadium. Again, the week was unusual.
To say the least.
A lot of rain all over East Texas. Hurricane Patricia, what was left of her that we got in East Texas. Of course, Robert E. Lee had to play on Saturday afternoon as well in Garland.
Good win for them.
And they have a good win for them. So both the Tyler teams are doing well right now. But Coach, you're in a situation right now where, you know, you're the Jacksonville. I talked to their coach this week. He's brand new and he's trying to get their program turned around. But they're not going anywhere this year. This is you always have the bullseye on you, you know, at this point. You're the district leader and you're John Tyler with the tradition that you have. you're their big game. They got nothing to lose coming in Saturday afternoon, dude.
The way we look at it every week is a championship week, and
Yeah.
that's the mind frame, that's the mentality that you got to have when you go out and you competing at the level that we're competing at. We got to understand that everything that we do is going to be magnified at some point in time. But we got to go out there and we got to handle our business and make sure that we do the things that we need to do to win the football games.
You got through the game Monday night without any major injuries.
No major injuries. Knock on wood. Hopefully that keeps going, and hopefully this week going into Jacksonville, we get a couple of guys back that have been off on some injuries.
Yeah, I know Kadarius Henderson has been out. He got dinged a little. Got to go through the concussion protocol. Who else?
Bacon.
Bacon.
He has to go through the concussion protocol. We're still waiting on some results from Walker Franklin, but we'll get Decorian Blaylock back, which is going to be a great addition back to us for the offensive line, the defensive end, and also at our snapping position. But Cuba's doing a great job for us at snapper, so it won't affect us too much.
Yeah, who is your deep, the special teams guys? Well, you saw a field goal there. Your deep snapper normally is?
It's normally Decorian Blaylock.
Decorian Blaylock, but with him out, who's been handling the
We've
job?
been having our backup quarterback, Jamal Cuba.
Okay.
He's been doing our deep snapping. He's doing a great job as far as field goal and punt goes.
And who's the holder?
The holder on is Dun on field goal and PATs.
And field goals and PATs. And that's not the easiest job in the world.
It's not easy. It's not easy. Those three guys right there got to be in sync with each other, because without that snap, getting back there at a decent time, and without that ball being put down there by the holder at the right place with the right angle, the kicker can't do what he needs to do.
Just a word on special teams. Do you have a Bill Bates star on special teams? Is there somebody on special teams that maybe we don't talk about much every week that just really, that's his big contribution, stands out on special teams?
Not this year. We got a lot of guys that do a lot of good things, and they do it as a collective group.
Right.
So overall, the special teams together are just doing a great job.
And that's one of those things, again, it's, coaches say, it's a third of the game, and people kind of take that for granted, don't really believe you. But I know from watching your practices that you spend a solid half hour at the end of at least one of your practices working on special teams, and there's a whole lot of loud discussion going on with those guys out there.
And it gets deep out there.
How do you practice special teams? I mean, people, what's the protocol for working special teams?
Well, you have the phase of the games that you have to work in special teams. That's kickoff return, punt return. And then you got to work on your field goal and your field goal block. So what you do is you break it down into days. You go into segments. You may, on one day, since it's 3 days of practice, on one day you work kickoff return. The next day you work punt return. And then that third day you work those two that you worked the first 2 days, but then you work on your field goal and your PAT block.
You played special teams in the NFL, too. I mean, you played it in college, played it in high school. But in the National Football League, you were in the league for, 3 years, right?
Yes.
So that was your primary job out there, right?
Sometimes that's the only way you're going to get a check.
Right. I mean, that's how you made your living for 3 years, right? Covering kicks, right?
It's being one of those guys that run down there, make plays, and be unselfish for the team. Because whether some people look at it or not, some starters on offense and defense actually play on special teams because it's the best players out there at any given time.
I watched one practice. You're working on field goals, and they started on the sideline, and you were counting them down. As if they had to get on the field, get it lined up for the kick, and you're in a loud voice going 15, 14, 13, and they had to get out there, get lined up, get the point. I mean, that's the kind of thing. You have to practice, get that mentality down, because sometimes your kicks are done under very stressful conditions, aren't they?
And you want to be ready. And if you don't practice it, then you'll never be ready for it.
Jacksonville has, again, they have a brand new coach, Wayne Coleman, who was the assistant head coach, I think, at Gilmer for a number of years. So he knows what a winning program looks like.
You know what it looks like.
And he's trying to build one at Jacksonville. His quarterback, Cameron High, I believe, is the district's leading rusher right now.
Pretty good kid, too. He's a pretty good athlete, and he's making some plays for him. And as you can see with their victory last week, things are starting to come together for the team.
You're winding down this regular season now. Just talk about these last two ball games, and Again, I've heard coaches, first guy I ever heard call it that was Alan Wilson, but he called it the gold ball.
Gold ball.
That district championship. Is there really a gold ball that you give them?
It is a real gold ball. I mean, it's not real gold, but it's a painted gold ball, and it'll have district championship on there where it say 16-5A.
Yeah, and so you're getting pretty close to that now.
Getting pretty close, but we got to take care of business this Saturday against Jacksonville first before we can even worry about that part.
But running the table in a tough district like you're in,
and it's not easy.
I mean, you don't want to tie for it. I mean, you want to win it. You want to win it outright, right?
Mm-hmm. And the only way, and I tell these kids at the beginning of the season, the only way to be a true champion is to go undefeated. That's the only way to be a true champion. And the way we're going to do it, and the way we should do it, winning all 7 of our district games, that's a true championship.
Again, it's still some things left to do. Jacksonville, predominantly a spread offense. What do they do?
Yes, they're spread offense, but they run the ball downhill. They use that quarterback, as you can see with the yardage that he has. Their offensive line is doing a great job starting to gel together, making them a little bit more solid up front. And then on defense, they just play fundamentally sound football.
Do you worry about the weather this week? The weather reports say, who knows what we'll see on Saturday. You're already thinking about what plan B might be like this week?
Yeah, anytime you pull out your phone and you see lightning strikes on it, that's not a good thing. Rain can be played in. That's not the issue, but it's the safety of the kids and the fans that you worry about with the lightning strikes. And, we're going to try to wait it out. That's why we wanted to start this game early on Saturday to see if we could wait it out throughout the day and still get it in, because we will not be flipping a coin to see who wins.
Yeah, I was going to that'd be a good way to wrap it up. In your district last Friday night, Lufkin traveled to Ennis. That's about a 4-hour bus ride.
Yeah,
they didn't want to have to do
6.
that again. It took them 6. They didn't want to do that again. So coaches Todd Quick and Jack Alvarez, they flipped a coin.
They decided to flip a coin.
And Lufkin won the toss.
They won the toss.
So how did that affect you?
Because me personally, nothing. As a team, nothing, because we're undefeated in the district right now.
But you're 5A Division I, and you still on a tiebreaker with Lufkin, even if you were to lose a ball game. If you came down, you want to be the top seed
in our district,
out of your district in 5A Division I, and that matters. And they would be the other 5A Division I team. Lufkin would, right?
Most definitely, yes, they will be. They're probably going to be, and. With that being said, by them flipping that coin and Lufkin winning that, I think it affected more of our Division II bracket out of our district than it did us and Lufkin.
But you never planned to flip a coin for a game?
Oh, no. I remember calling Coach Hoffman and letting them know we would airlift ourselves in the Corsicana to make sure we play this game.
Well, congratulations on the win, and again, go get Jacksonville on Saturday.
Most definitely, thank you.
Again, the Lions and the Jacksonville Indians, again, Monday night over Corsicana, turnaround Saturday afternoon, game scheduled for 1:30 at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium in Earl Campbell Field against the Jacksonville Indians. 1:30 kickoff Saturday afternoon. Remember, it is senior day.
And we'll be wearing pink.
And you'll be wearing
pink out night.
Pink out night. Okay, so all of that going on Saturday. The Lions need and deserve your support. See you Saturday at the stadium. For Cujo, thanks for joining us.